Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 10 of the Leetcode Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me in Discord. Oh no, let me know what you think about this poem. Integer to Roman. These poems are just, if statements. So, if statements and carefulness and thinking about edge cases. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything interesting algorithmically, which is why I'm just like, oh no, because there's no, you know, you just do it, right? So let's see. So this is from integer to Roman because it goes either way, I suppose. The only thing to do is just get it digit by digit, and there are a couple of ways you can do this. You can play around with some, I mean, this is all implementation, right? And just thinking about the best way to implement this is not necessary. Is about the one that um allows the fewest edge cases as possible, right? You want to implement in a way so that during the contest or even an interview where people won't be like, oh, like you have an if statement that you have to check. But okay, so it is an implementation problem, so I'm gonna think about it a little bit. Also, let me just, I mean, I think I know this, but I always feel like, just in case, I just put it here so that I could see it. But yeah, so going from left to right, we are just going to I don't know. I mean, it's a yeah. So let's have a I don't know. I don't know how much I'm gonna spend optimizing the solution. However, but we definitely should at least have a lookup table so that we don't have all these things. Yeah, and and I think there are a couple of cute ways to do it. So I'm gonna mess around a little bit. I would say this is not probably code I recommend, especially on production. But maybe we'll mess around. So we'll have let's set something up. Let's have let's call it mapping. And I know that it makes sense to have a dictionary, but I'm just going to do it in an array for the ordering. And also, I would also say if you're trying to write clean code, I would use something like a name tuple here instead of just a regular tuple, so that you can actually reference these things by name. And we are going to have to. Oh, let's actually go the other way. But yeah, and there's no way around it. We have to kind of type in the manual work, even if it's very annoying. Though I have seen, very smart people before where they actually would, like someone like Petra, Peter, man, just not talking right now, where he would copy and paste into a string, like this for example, and then it's faster for him and more less error prone, I guess, to write an if statement, right? So you can actually imagine, maybe I'll do that actually. Maybe I could write mapping string as you go to this, and instead of writing this stuff, he would maybe write. Well, I've seen this before where I was like, that makes sense. I don't know why I spent so long doing it. And I think during that contest, I had a typo during one of the solutions, and this was maybe like 15 years ago or something like that in Top Coders. So I don't even know where to look that up. But yeah, so you can maybe do something like so for mapping string dot split. So for the character and then the value in this, let's print it out just in case we get it right, because I am not 100% sure how they handle those spaces and stuff like that. And this is where knowing your tool works, but I'm just messing around. It's a little bit fun. So let me for a second. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I forget how to do this. Where you get every 2 characters. What is that iterative thing? Maybe this is good practice for me to get every 2 digits, say, or pairs. Yeah, I know that I know the ISIP answer, but it's a little bit awkward. I always thought. Apparently there's a recipe there. I know that I usually used to do Cooper. Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe I'll just do something like, I wish we could do something like that, but maybe I could do something like that split, something like that. Does that work? Oh. Can I do that? Maybe not. Okay. Well, so yeah, so naming is hard. I guess this is mappings, and this is mapping. I know that I'm spending a lot of time just messing around. So, but I feel like no people don't really have issues with this problem, except for like the edge cases. So we could think about it. So yeah, okay. So that works. So then now we can do CV is equal to mappings or mapping that split, and then now we could do CV, right? What really got 0? Huh. This is very confusing for me. I guess we're both learning something today. And me, I'm learning. Oh, maybe I should. My Python's a little bit weird. Oh, Oh, because I have an empty line at the beginning. Okay, fine. Okay. If. So, okay, so maybe this is not one of those examples where this is a little bit easier, but but if the list is bigger or if it's more complicated or if you worry about typo, then this is the way to go, to just like copy and paste into a string or something and then parse it. Yeah, and maybe I'll just do this. Right? And then now we can, yeah. Now we have this list in order and in mappings. And I actually want to reverse this just for greedy purposes so that we could get the largest number. And again, like I said, this is going to be a funky solution because I don't know. I mean, this is not an interesting problem, that to be honest. But so that's why I'm trying to make it a little bit more fun today. But yeah, and then now we can do something greedy like okay, result or answer is equal to just start with empty string, which actually this would fail for the number is equal to 0, but 0 is not an input, so we're good here. So then now we go for let's see, for CV in mappings. So then now we have to look at the value. So so we do a mod diff, as they say. So mod diff of I'm also learning mod diff, or diff mod. That's it, diff mod of the num and the value, and then we want the current is equal to this. So basically, we set the remainder of the divided to the new number, and then we get the current count, and then we just do answer. We just add it to C times current if current is greater than 0. So this is not right yet because we don't handle the 4s, like 4 and 14 or something like that. 3, 4, 9, 59, 58. 3, 4, 9, 58, 90, 98, something like that. 94. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. So this is not going to be the right answer because we didn't take a consider it. Well, it's not the right answer at all. That's odd. Huh, did I use diff mod incorrectly? I guess so. I'm using a lot of things that I don't use generally, but oh no, this is just I forgot to actually put in the mappings. And you can actually do this in like a line or so if you really want. But yeah, you could change these to one liner. The good Python people would do it. But yeah, so you can see that the 4s and the 9s are not handled correctly. But of course, we can actually, this actually becomes a little bit of yeah, like a maybe regular expression, but also just like, like you can and see that the only time that there's an issue if there's 4 things in a row, for example, on the 4s, but also the 9s, as you can see. So from that, we should be able to kind of just do a replace, which is kind of funky, but yeah, how do I want to do the replace? Or we can do and this is such a sad problem, but yeah, but now we can do some kind of lookup. We can do something like like 4. C v in mappings if c times 4 in, and then we can do something like that. Is it something like this? I think so. Oh, and then we have to get the next one. Man, I'm just like really funky it up today. Yeah. How do we want to do this actually? I'm trying to. I mean, I know how to do it. I just try to think about a way that is less if statement-y, like the fewest if statement. I'm trying to optimize the if statements in my head a little bit and not having them. But maybe I can't really get around it. That's why I didn't like this problem to begin with. But and maybe we'll throw around some other solution to see what to kind of find a funkier one or fancier one or whatever. But I think these are trivial, but I think we are trying to figure out how to do the 9s, and that's an 8. But yeah, okay, fine. Maybe there's just no good way of doing it. And of course, this is me trying to challenge myself a little bit with this problem. But now I'm spending 15 minutes on a Roman numeral problem, which is kind of sad. But okay, so let's just look at adjacent ones, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Do I? Yeah, but then now I feel like I might as well just have done it here. Yeah, maybe my idea was all too funky, not fancy enough, but yeah, okay. Let's rewrite this a little bit and just do it without the fancy stuff. So diff mod should be okay. So I'm thinking about how to fix the diff mod so that it handles the 500 cases correctly, or like the 5 cases correctly, so that we can handle the 9 cases correctly, right? And I'm trying to do that in like a modular way without like looking forward, but maybe I just need to look, look forward to it. Alternatively, we can just hack this a little bit, so we can actually just add more symbols. And this is maybe the, you know, am I doing this right? No, CX. Wait, which way does it go? Yeah, okay. Is it CD or DC? Now I'm like confusing myself. No, CD. Right? Maybe that was the way. And now that, because we already have the thing parsed, this should give us roughly the right answer, unless we have a bad typo, which clearly we do, because 58 is wrong. Okay, so these things are right. Oh, because no, what? Did I do them in the wrong order? Oh, I put, this is not 400. That's just a typo. I was so confused, but okay. Okay, so maybe the answer was just more hard coded, but then we didn't have any more if statements, so that kind of, at least in a weird way, proved out while you're writing a mapping. This looks good, right? It's hard for me to kind of compare. Oh, show diff. Okay, so this looks good. Let's give it a submit and cross our fingers. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this problem. This is a very silly problem, so I don't, like it's just an if statement somewhere, or a lot of if statements, and you're trying to put the if statements together in a good way. I don't know that I did the best here, but it is, some I would say this is, and this happens for dates and stuff like that too, right? Sometimes there's just no clean solution, and you have to kind of figure out a way to make it so that you can manually entry in a cleaner way. And there are some rules, but then the rules, like especially with dates and names and stuff like that, validation, like the rules change all the time. So what are you going to do? Write more if statements? I mean, I know that for Roman numerals and stuff like that, this doesn't change, and it's pretty sad. So you can definitely add some funky things there, or specific logic there, knowing that no one's going to go and change the rules of Roman numeral. But I think this is technically more. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm happier with this than the other thing. I mean, maybe because there's also some implicit properties of numbers that I don't really go over with respect to like 1,900 and all that stuff, and there's some like invariants that are not true, that are true, that I didn't really go into details, which is why this thing is this greedy works. But yeah, maybe I'll leave that as an exercise at home to the viewer. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you did it. Let me see your 1-2 line solution. All right. I will see you later. Well, I mean, I think the 1-line solution is just, there's probably a library in Python already, and you just put it in. But cool. That's all I have. Stay good, stay healthy, stay well. To good mental health, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.